Hey guys, welcome back to another episode here on the podcast. It's been forever. It's been so long, honestly, since I've recorded one of these, and it feels so weird to be back on the mic. But here I am today. I'm very sorry, it's been over a month now since my last one. My last one, all about society standards. That one I really enjoyed. Today's going to be a bit different. It's going to be more of a update slash, I don't know, just a bit of a talk, a bit of what's kind of going on with me in my life at the moment. I'm back from uni now. I have been for quite a while. Well, yeah, it's July tomorrow actually. Hopefully by the time you hear this, it's July. And yeah, I'm back. So welcome back to the pod. I've been back for a while and I kind of got a bit down and I felt myself going back into really toxic old habits of being back at home because I haven't been at home for this long, I guess now, for a whole summer since COVID. And so that's where all my problems kind of started and I don't want to go back there. And I felt myself slipping back into those things a couple of weeks ago and yeah, luckily I pulled myself out of that, but that was very scary to come across, I think. But again, I think that just shows my growth that I pulled myself out of it. I was asking myself why I couldn't actually replicate the same mental strength, the mental progress I had during my time at university the past couple months. And to answer that question, I don't know. I really don't know why I can't drink my matcha or go for my morning walk, do some yoga. It's just this feeling of me of going back into old routines in my old childhood bedroom where I know there's the treadmill downstairs and I know I can, if I want to, get up at 5 a.m. and do that same old routine. But I don't want to do that. I love my new routine. So that's what I'm really focusing on this week. Definitely getting back in touch with myself, especially after the week I just had, which I'm going to get into now. I've just got back off holiday, a holiday that I was really excited about, and kind of what a previously recorded episode was going to be about, which I didn't actually end up publishing. I started recording it this time last week, or just the day before I was meant to go on holiday, all about the idea of losing control on holiday, as it was kind of my first big holiday away since recovery and with girls and people who don't really understand. So I was really anxious to go. I didn't post the pod because I was so caught up in the holiday that I didn't have time, which is fine. And I thought I could edit on the plane, but it turns out I needed Wi-Fi, so I could not do that. We went to Portugal and yeah, it was a mixed trip. I was so excited to go. No one else was. There was in total 6 of us. There was 5 of us from home. I think I've told you about this holiday before, in anticipation, in great excitement. Again, for a new challenge, something different. It's starting the summer, this holiday was. And there's 5 of us from home, 5 long-term school friends. And obviously, we've had a whole year apart doing all of our different things, whether that's uni or traveling. We've all done different things. So it was going to be really nice to spend a whole week together because this is the main friends in our friendship group. But things went a little bit wrong, to say the least. The 6th girl was, she better be listening to this now. She is my I'm so sorry, Austrian exchange from Graz, which is the second largest city in Austria. And she met us there after 2.5 years of not seeing each other. We only saw each other once, pretty much the week before lockdown. She came over for 2 weeks for our kind of exchange, and I obviously haven't had a chance to go over to see her yet. So she's been traveling the world the last 8 months, 9 months, and she fit it into her schedule. So thank you for that, to come meet us for the entire week in Portugal. And that was just so special. And also, me and her were meant to record an episode together, and we didn't. we just kept putting it off. And if you are listening, I'm sorry that we didn't get around to doing that, but we will be doing it online, definitely, within the next 2 weeks. I'm going to put a deadline on it. I'm going to manifest that deadline because that is going to be my favourite episode, I think. And that, look out for that, because that is going to be really in depth about self-growth journey whilst traveling, because I believe that this girl, her name's Neela, I really believe that she has really just advanced and grown into this amazing person. She was already amazing when I met her. She was already so strong and independent and just so self-sufficient. And now that I've seen her, quite a while later, and I'd only known her for 2 weeks, and we hadn't texted all that often, but enough to keep the friendship going because we knew that we'd never lose touch. If you've ever had exchanges, you know how badly they can go, especially if they're through school. You know that they're probably not going to see them again. But because this one we were older, it wasn't really an exchange as such. And COVID kind of made us, it was just the exchange we had together, those 2 weeks she was here, it was just so all over the place and we both loved it. It was just so special to spend a whole entire week with her in a completely new environment on holiday. Now, the holiday itself, I enjoyed it in a roundabout way. It was amazing because I got to spend time with someone who I hadn't seen in years, and we are really similar. She believes pretty much everything I believe in terms of, self-growth, independence, manifestation, the universe, even in a way, just all these little things that I talk about. She has the same switched on mindset of an abundance mindset and kind of just working on herself. This whole hot girl summer vibe, without talking about the cliche hot girl summer, we both have this, I guess, binded mindset, which I love about our friendship, our relationship. We just do everything together. So for the whole week, we were on the sofa bed because we were sharing, all the 6 of us were in this apartment in, if you know Portugal, it was in Albufeira, just outside the city. And is it a city or town? I don't know. And we was on the sofa bed, which was really good because then we could get up, because we were getting up at 7:00, 7:30 every day to fulfill the routine of journaling, walking. We did so many walks. It was amazing. Yoga, maybe a little bit of a workout, but I think I only worked out 3 times I was there, which I was so proud of. And I didn't think twice of it. Again, I'll get into that a bit later, but that routine I just loved. And we went sightseeing, and I really do think this is going to be explained a lot more in the podcast I want to do with her about traveling, about exploring things from a different perspective. But she really did show me that, like, if there's another way to travel, there's another way to holiday, I guess. There's the lying by the poolside, but then there's also the going down the beautiful cobbled streets vibes. I think 2 days ago, I posted a blog post about the importance of traveling. That's kind of what I mean here. I have been going to Portugal 3 times a year, every year, for as long as I can remember. There was obviously, from when I was a kid, we went to Portugal every year. But then since we've got a place up there for the past 6 years, we've been going every single year. So we go to the same places. Whereas this week I kind of experienced it as though I'd never been before. Because, I was staying in an apartment and not our place as such, but in a different location, but we'd still go to the beaches we'd been before, or the towns and areas we'd been before, because we wanted to show our friends this place. And I don't know, it was just the way we travelled and we walked everywhere, because the other girls didn't want to walk, which I understand, but that's the fun of it. I know it was hot, but we went early morning and we just explored Albufeira. If you've never been, I think loads of people know it, but it's kind of the party capital, I guess, of Portugal. It's very famous for its hen do's and stag do's, but it's such a good piss up, I guess, and it's such a fun place to go. But then I haven't experienced it much in the daytime. So that's what we did, and it was so, so, so beautiful. And we've made so many memories. To put it simply, I don't think I would have been able to do any of that if she wasn't there. If we hadn't shared this mindset, this open mindedness, this abundance, I guess, if we hadn't had this outlook on life, that wouldn't have been there. And to me, that shows a difference between two group of friends that I have. I hope people get what I mean by this, but I just admire Europeans. I guess Europeans is kind of a collective term, which I don't like doing, but in general, all of them I've met from Spain, France, Germany, Austria, Netherlands, all of these places, Italy, wherever I meet Europeans, I just believe that they have such more of a open mind, more tolerance and acceptance. And through languages, I believe that I've also stolen some of those qualities and virtues, which I really am proud to have those qualities, because I know so many people who are very British and they don't have those qualities at all, and that really upsets me. It's just this change of mindset. Through languages for the past few years, I have definitely had this mindset, but since the last few months of this journey of growth, I've been accepting myself, thus accepting other people, being open-minded to new processes and new ways to look at life, to have this new perspective. And it's just been so much more, I don't know what the word is, but I guess enlightening. I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but I just feel happier and uplifted when I know that I'm not closing myself off to ideas and opinions. Yeah, okay, we all have those moments where we believe strongly in something, so we're not going to listen to someone else. That's human. We protect our own opinions and beliefs. But I believe I'm very, very open minded. This week has really, really, really showed me that how important that is, especially when traveling. So, me and her each day, maybe not each day, but quite a lot, we just went off and did our own thing, which I really enjoyed. At the start, I was getting sad that it was kind of like I had to split my time between my exchange and my friends from school. But then I, this is again another thing that I want to discuss in this episode, because I found that I had almost everything in common with Neela and not necessarily the other girls anymore, even though they're my best friends. And it was really interesting to see this new dynamic. It was very split because they didn't know her, and that's okay. I don't mind that. It's fine. Everyone has their own friends. It's chill, okay? That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that I didn't like how it was so split up, and it made me decide two things. Am I going to let that get to me, or am I just going to enjoy? Like this week with someone I haven't seen in so long. That's what I did. And let me tell you, we had so much fun. It was, I've just never experienced traveling like that before. And this summer is, again, the start of me solo traveling, which I'm going to do after I finish my job in August. And I'm hoping to I want to go to Berlin and Amsterdam, and hopefully to meet Neela in Graz or Vienna. So I'm hoping to do those things. If I don't go to Berlin in August, I'll definitely go for the Christmas time. But Berlin and Amsterdam, I want to do that in kind of one trip. Low budget, hostels, but just me exploring the city. For really, I've been taught that you don't have to spend loads of money when you travel. It's really, I don't think it's that hard to save money. The flights obviously are going to be the most expensive part. But if you just go to a hostel, it won't be that expensive. But the week was just so special. We went to these tapas bars. We also, oh, I got my third tattoo. I don't think I told you I had my second one, but me and my sister got matching infinity signs a couple of weeks ago now. That I love. That's all healed. My other one is all healed because that was ages ago now. But we didn't get exactly matching tattoos, but we got really, really similar, a sun and a half moon inside. And she got hers on her back, and I've got mine kind of on my collarbone, and I love it. My mum was always telling me to never get a tattoo on holiday, but we found a really, really decent one kind of outside of Albufeira, so we had to walk a bit more to get to it. But it was really nice in there, so I'm glad we did that. And that just makes the moment so much more special that we flew all that way to see each other, and we planned that trip for so long because we were going to do it last year, then COVID, blah blah blah. And every time I look at that, I'm just going to remember that trip and remember it as a trip that made me open my eyes even more to this possibility of travel and the excitement I've now got in me, because she has been to all over Central America, South America, the past year since September. She just jetted off and stayed there for 8 months, which I think is the bravest thing, and not even brave, just the most independent thing to do. And she has all these stories, all these memories. She got a tattoo in, I think, 3 of the 5 places she went to, or something like that. Again, very small ones, but that's exactly what I want to do. Not necessarily tattoos all the time, because I do have a few now, but just something very memorable in each place. And just her telling me her stories and just listening, I just felt so, again, enriched, and just like I woke up again. And that's such an amazing thing on this wellness journey and this self discovery. And you're going to get bored of me saying these things, but I don't know, it's just the start of yet again another chapter of the many novels I'm going to be writing for myself this year alone, actually, yeah. But in my lifetime, this is still, I guess, book 2, because book 1 was my past self. I'm not even going to count that. That was the flop. That was the book that didn't make it. This is book 2, chapter 2. Is how I'm going to put it, literally and not literally. This is how I'm going to put it metaphorically. I don't know. I'm just really excited, and I could ramble on about traveling, and I was going to make a whole ep about this, but I'm not sure it'll be long enough, really. But I'm going to get a bit more into the holiday itself and kind of dissect it as I have been with my journaling. But oh my god, if I had not had my journal, my thoughts would have been blah in my mind. On this holiday, let me just get comfy. The girls, we all kind of fell out. It wasn't really a fallout, but it was just a massive clash of opinions and attitudes and personalities. And I got sad because there was a huge difference between as I was saying, the open mindedness, I think. Again, because of my love for languages and traveling and cultures, I've adopted, I would like to think, this abundance, open mindset. However, I don't believe my friends, and not just the friends that went on holiday, but a lot of other people don't really share this same mindset. And that's okay. It's really okay. We're all different. And that's exactly what this holiday has taught me. Everyone is different in their own way. Everyone has a different mindset. Everyone has a different lifestyle, different habits, different eating habits, different ways of coping, etc., etc. And I've learned that that is completely okay. And it's taking me the whole week to understand that. And that's why my journaling has been so helpful. For the first few days, it was fine. But then I got very anxious and very frustrated, kind of emotions that I hadn't been feeling before, because I thought I was okay. And I thought I'd really been finding myself over the past few months. And I have, but in solitude, a word which, again, Neela has been using time and time again with her journaling and her explanation and exploration of her emotions to me. She was just saying solitude, solitude, because she felt the same things when traveling. She might have always been around people, or I think it was when she was in, I want to say Costa Rica, one of her last places. She was in loads of solitude and she was ill, and then she experienced it the other way as well. So, this idea that the past few months I have progressed so much because I've been working on myself alone. That, I think that's how you should start it, but then trying to move that on to spending a whole week with a whole group of people and we're all different, I found that incredibly hard. And it didn't take until realizing this, what I was doing. And I finally clicked that working on yourself is kind of easy if you're doing it on your own, in your own room, especially at university, when you finally get that spark and that flip of the switch to start this journey. And so when I was confined in this apartment for 7 days, not that it's a bad thing at all, but I just felt I had to really change and the perspective again on how to deal with that. And that's what Nina showed me again, just another change of perspective, not a complete drastic change like you've done a few months ago, but again, just a little tiny bit of okay, take a step back. You have been, for example, I've been journaling and focusing purely on myself. I have been kind of, again, bubbled up in my own mind, which is okay because that's what I've been working on. But I've had to also accept that I have had to step out of this mindset and out of my own personal bubble in order to enjoy time with friends. So again, I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to enjoy the holiday because I was so sad all the time. An emotion which I haven't really felt in months because I've been so happy on this journey by myself. And I was getting really worked up and really frustrated, and I didn't know how to release those emotions. So I was going back to what I used to do as a child of slamming doors and shouting and just being a bitch. And that's how I used to react when I used to be sad quite a lot. And I've never addressed those emotions. The emotions I've been working on have been anxiety, not sad and anger, which is what I've been feeling this week. So that's been really hard to deal with. I'm literally using you as my journal right now. I hope that's okay. But that got really deep for a second. But anyway, to wrap that bit up, I'm just trying to explain that this week has showed me that everyone is different, and also you cannot work on yourself. Like you cannot, basically, you're not always going to be alone. You're not always going to be in solitude. It's a great thing to favor that over social time. But just know that, for example, in the work environment, you're going to be around people all the time. So you have to learn not to get frustrated when people do different things to you, or eat certain things, or don't eat certain things. For one, that gets me, I'm again still very worked up about that kind of stuff. And that definitely showed this week without getting too much into that. But I know just everyone has different habits and lifestyles, and that is okay. Just try and live with it. And it's been incredibly hard for me. And I know, but at the same time, it showed my emotional intelligence, the fact that I can, and the growth of who I'm becoming, because I can pick up on these niggles, I guess, still these bad qualities, I guess, that I've got that I need to work on. And that has showed me, again, more excitement because I thought I wasn't getting to a dead end of this journey, but I thought, wow, I've really got the hang of this. But that's just how the world works. You just find another, I guess, obstacle in the way to becoming the better version of yourself. And as I said before, this version is ever evolving. So this is just the next chapter, as I said, the next thing to work on. So by the end of this bit, I'm going to be even better. And that is what drives me right now, which I just love. So I'm going to keep going with that one. The idea of, I'm sorry if you've just come out of school and you might have had a PSHE lesson today, you would have heard this phrase, growth mindset. I'm saying it again because it's very much connected to the abundance mindset. This is what I need to work on. Accepting others again. I know I said that I'm very accepting. Yeah, I'm accepting in terms of culture and wanting to try new things. When it comes to certain things, I'm still a bit niggly on, which is okay, and I'm working on that. I am really trying to, you know, I think there's still a bit of judgment there. And maybe I'm not judging, I'm just not agreeing with their I don't know what it is. I don't know what I feel, but I don't like what I feel when I start focusing on other people's lives. So again, I'm as well as working on myself in different environments around people, I also still need to focus on myself. If I find myself kind of thinking or commenting on someone else's lifestyle, I need to put it back for a second and think, why am I even commenting on their lifestyle? That's none of my business. They can choose whether they want to, change anything in their life or not. That is completely fine. That is up to them. I can give them advice if they want to, but I'm going to let them work it out for themselves because we are all on our different paths, journeys, destinies, fate, whatever you believe in. The main goal in life, for me anyway, or for whatever I believe, is to just strive to be the best person of yourself. Stuff happiness and money and confidence and all these things. Well, don't stuff confidence. Focus on becoming self confident. I don't know why I said that so weirdly. That was a glitch. I'm sorry. But I guess just focus on loving yourself and just becoming better every single day. Do something each day that you love, that you know will make you feel better. Maybe that's read 10 pages a day. All these habits. I've started a new book. I think it's quite popular, Atomic Habits. And it's just about building habits each day because success is not an overnight thing. You cannot not graft in order to become successful. You have to do these habits every single day. If you read 10 minutes a day, you're going to see so much progress with I don't know what your goal is with that, whether to just learn new stuff, learn vocab, learn new authors, just open your mind up more, I guess. As an example, reading, working out. For example, if you work out for a week and you see no progress, that's that's going to happen unless you're really lucky, but that is bound to happen. Be patient with yourself. That is something that I've been writing in my journal for the past 3 days at least. At the end, just be patient because you've got a journey, you've got a destiny and a fate, and you will get that. I do promise that. This episode was all over the place. I do apologize, but I do get really into this. And as I said, I haven't done an episode in a while, so I kind of just want to bang one out. This one is quite a bit rambly, and I'm not going to apologize. That is also something that I've been told on this holiday. You know who you are. I need to stop apologizing in these podcasts. I keep apologizing for things I say, things I don't say, things I'm about to say. And I'm not sorry, I guess, is what I'm going to say, because this is my space to share what I believe in. And I'm not going to say if you don't like it, don't listen. I don't want to say that. But again, just be accepting to other people's opinions is what I'm going to say to that one. So if you can take one thing from this, join me on acceptance and learning to juggle working on yourself whilst also trying to be okay with other people again, because it's hard to be social again, but I'm working on it. So thank you for listening again after so long, and I hope you have a really good week. I will be definitely getting another one out in the next few days. So thank you and goodbye.